Our first guest was thrown into the national spotlight when her first husband, Pat Tillman, a professional football player turned U.S. Army Ranger, was killed in Afghanistan. She used her experience to help others and has gone on to raise millions of dollars to help veterans and military families through the Pat Tillman Foundation. Everyone, please welcome Marie Tillman. Hey, Marie. Hey, you know, we're so happy that you're joining us on this Veterans Day, and thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
And for those who don't know your story, you're married to Pat Tillman. Pat was a professional football player for the Arizona Cardinals for 4 years. I had the privilege of playing against him, and what an incredible player he was. And he had a big contract coming up. I think it was over $10 million on the line. And he decided he was going to give that up and join the military. How did he make that decision? Why did he make that decision?
Yeah, well, it was shortly after September 11th. And Pat, like a lot of Americans, was deeply impacted by that day. And I think that as much as he loved football, he just felt like his life was meant to do something different and really felt this calling to serve.
Wow. And it's an amazing thing because most people think, oh, he just left the NFL to join, but he had a life-changing opportunity with the NFL, which made the decision for even more impactful for everyone.
Yeah, you know, I think that, you know, he played football, but I don't think he thought of himself as a football player, right? That wasn't his identity. And so, not that it was an easy decision to make, but it was something that he just really felt called to do.
And how did you feel when he said, this is what I want to do? What was your reaction to that? Because I'm pretty sure you had a say as well.
Yeah, it was a lot of conversations and a lot of time before he got there. And I was scared for him, for sure. It was a big change for us. But, you know, just knowing the type of person that he was and that was something that was super meaningful to him, I was like up for the journey.
I was going to say, when someone makes that kind of decision, I feel like you love them more for that feeling of duty and that need to serve. I know when he was first deployed, he went to Iraq and Afghanistan, and that's where he died. Can you tell me about how that was first reported to you?
Yeah, I mean, I was at work, and, you know, a chaplain came to tell me what was going on, and there was definitely, you know, some confusion around how he was killed. It was, you know, about a month before we started to learn that it was by friendly fire. So a lot of years spent sort of trying to figure out what exactly happened.
And what was it like for you with the public reaction to his death? Because how was that for you, the public reaction?
You know, it was, now looking back, I was pretty young. I was in my late 20s when all of this happened, so it was hard to be sort of like thrust into the public eye at a very difficult time. But the reaction was really, really great for us. There was a ton of support and just people wanting to honor him and to be supportive of our family at the time, which was really wonderful.
And I can imagine, though, it must have been somewhat overwhelming, too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in the foundation you created, the Pat Tillman Foundation, who does that help?
So the foundation started after Pat was killed, and it was in large part because of this just outpouring of support. And we focus on veterans and their spouses, and it's really all about empowering people. We have over 600 scholars that are around the country, and we're focused on helping them get their education and also setting them up to be leaders in their communities and around the country.
Because when you speak of that support, people were just mailing you money and trying to help and do what they could.
They were. It was really kind of wild when it happened that people, you know, I think that sometimes a reaction to something like that is to send money. And we didn't have an organization at the time and decided to set one up so that we could direct those funds to something that would be in Pat's memory. And so that's really how it started.
And I think it's incredible you said that, you know, to help the soldiers, veterans get education, all these things, because most important, you said Pat saw himself as more than just a football player, which I love that.
Yeah, I mean, education was important to him, and it was something that we really felt was empowering, right? We wanted to be able to help people in a way that would have a huge impact in their life. And
you talk about all the support you got and the support you continue to get, and there's someone who's been very supportive, someone I think everybody here knows. We're going to bring him out right now.
Great.
So everybody, please welcome Mr. Jon Stewart.
Nice to see you.
What's up, man?
Nice to see you. Hello. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Hold on.
What you got?
A bagel. It's just
just for safety. Just in case.
if you ever need a bagel, Jews have them on them at all times. So you dole them out.
Hey, we appreciate you being here, man.
My pleasure.
You know, and that's the thing. I'm just curious, how did you get involved with the foundation, and why is this so important to you?
Well, listen, they do an incredible job, and they do the thing that I think is most effective for the country, which is they empower veterans to allow them to continue to serve. So many of the veterans, you know, they come back, and when you've been deployed and then you come back, you know, it's jarring. And you've had this camaraderie, and you've had this relevance, and you're mission oriented, and then to re-assimilate back into the rest of the world can feel really disorienting. And a lot of people have this idea of veterans where they say, oh, we've just got to help these veterans, these poor folks, help them get back on their feet. But the truth is, we have to help empower them to continue helping us, because they're this incredible well of untapped human potential. These are guys and women that get things done. And what I love about what Marie does for their foundation, these scholarships that they give, they give the veterans these tools that they already have, and they sharpen them, and then they get them back out in the community, and they continue to serve. Groups, you know, the Tillman Foundation, mission continues. Jake Wood, who does Team Rubicon, who was the ESPY Tillman awardee. Those are the types of organizations that I always find incredible. And the passion that they obviously have for it is infectious, and I'm just so thrilled to be able to hopefully spotlight what the Tillman Foundation does.
We're happy that you do that.
No,
we really are happy
my
to do
pleasure.
that.
And I know that you've helped so many people through this foundation, but you can continue to help in other ways with your business.
Yeah. I started a business about 4 years ago, and it's in the children's clothing space, a children's clothing service called Mac and Mia. But a large part of what we do is we're helping women have more flexibility. So I know for myself that balance of work and family is so tough, and so about 75% of our workforce has flexibility and is working from home, and yeah, so it's been really fun.
And one last question: if someone wants to get involved, wants to help with the Pat Tillman Foundation, how can they do that?
They can check out our scholar profiles on the website, which is pattillmanfoundation.org, and there's opportunity there to donate as well.
Yeah, a little of this. This helps. You know what I mean? A little bit of this.
Yeah, have some bagel with some cream cheese.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what you do.
But it really is an incredible. I know that people have a lot of different options where they can put their time and they can put their money. But I have to say, this is one of the best organizations that I've seen that accomplishes something that's not just important for the veterans, but really important for the fabric of the country.
Yeah. Well, Marie, thank you. John, thank you as well, man. Appreciate it.
See you. Thank
Marie,
you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you very
much.
much.
And coming up, you know, you guys, well, make sure you check out the Pat Tillman Foundation and give. It's Veterans Day. Do something nice for those who make sure that we have everything we need and that we are safe in this country and able to live the lives that we live. So thank you to both of you for being here. Really appreciate it.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.